So this is my intro speech for business professional speech. I'm Grant Kilpatrick. I'm a sophomore at UAM, and I live in Selma, Arkansas, so I'm off campus, but I do commute. And my first kind of get to know you thing is I'm originally from South Carolina. I came out here because I have family out here, and I wanted to spend more time with them, and I just thought it would be a real cool experience to move out of state to go to school, but still kind of have the home life type thing. And so like I said, I'm from South Carolina. I'm from the low country part, which is kind of where we have the beach and all the sand hills and all that. And like eat a lot of shrimp and seafood and stuff like that. So I like that. And but I have found that I like Arkansas better. It's just a lot more homey, I guess. And there's a lot less sand. I don't care for sand. It just sticks on your feet like that. I know that's weird, but I don't like sand. And I have found this is the most random thing. I have found that the churches are better here. Like they're just more, you just learn more here. I don't know what it was, but you couldn't find a good church back home, but you can out here. And really, the weather's the same. And I just think it's the weirdest thing how Arkansas and South Carolina are so similar, but you got differences in them too. Um, and then my second topic is I like to talk. If you can't already tell, and it can be a little bit messy sometimes and all over the place, but I do like to talk, especially if I can get on a subject that I kind of am familiar with. It can get wild. um, but the funniest thing is, when I was in probably up until eighth grade, I wouldn't talk that much in school. But I had an eighth grade teacher. She told me by the end of the year, she's like, "You turned out to be a real motor mouth because when you came in here, you were quiet, but now you just run your mouth all day." And I was always that student in high school that the teacher tried to move me around because I talked so much. And it didn't matter where she moved me, I'd talk to anybody. Even if I didn't really care for them, I'd eventually just sit down and start talking to them. Um, but, and then I kind of say what comes to my mind, which gets me in trouble sometimes, but I'm not like outrageous or anything. And so for my third topic, I live on a farm. My family that I live out here with, we have farm. We're primarily cattle. We have some registered cows and we have some uh, commercial cows. And those commercial cows go on to feed people, and then our registered cows will go on to people to have herds of cows. But we started goats this year. Me and my uncle and my cousins came together on that, and I think the goats are my favorite animal, probably right behind the cows though. But I really like them. They're funny little things, and they come out and they're so little and they grow up and all that, and they just jump around on everything. And we have sheep too. I'm not as much of a fan of them. They like to die, but a goat will die on you too if you're not careful. But I really like agriculture. I was in FFA in high school, and it just really fun to me to grow my own food and just know where your food comes from. And springtime's probably my favorite time on the farm because you have all these babies being born and they're just running around and everything's just fresh and green from the winter and everything's just calm, and that's kind of our slower time of the year on the farm is the spring, even with the babies being born. But and there's always something to do. I like being busy. If I just don't feel right if I'm not doing something, and that farm helps keep me busy, and just the clear air and being outside all day, that's good for you. And I do work with my family on stuff like that, even if I don't really want to. I end up having to work with them, but I have a really good time overall. And so yeah, that's my get to know me thing. I know it was all over the place, but I really enjoyed doing it, and I hope to learn more about y'all.